Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. So today should have been 5 lessons I learned in 5 years of minimalism. But then I realized that it's more important to just focus on the really important stuff and declutter the rest. So I decluttered my 5 lessons and now I'm just going to talk about 1, 2 or maybe 3 points that really stood out and that made a huge difference in my life during the past few years of being a minimalist. I have already made a video about 4 lessons I learned in 4 years of minimalism, and I will link it up here, and you can definitely see my quality has improved. I guess at least I want to think that. And now let's start with this video. I think we all take away different things from minimalism because minimalism is different for all of us because we all have different lives and different values and we implement minimalism in a different way. But one core thing that I realized, especially during 2020, is that you can dream big and you can think about all of the things you want to do. You can move towards your dream life and you can have a huge bucket list of things you want to achieve in your life, of amazing things you want to do. But your life is actually going to be in just the everyday things. Most of your time you're living on an everyday schedule. And that can sound boring, but I think it's just, we kind of have to face reality. And it doesn't matter if you're self-employed, working a 9 to 5, traveling full time. A lot of our time living is sleeping, eating, showering, doing things that we do every day, cleaning our apartment. And while I think it is very valuable to remove some of the things that are not necessary, like decluttering your environment so you don't have to clean as much, and streamlining things that take a lot of time so you just don't have to spend that time doing things you don't like to do. But I think what we can learn from this is to make our everyday life beautiful. Because it's always easy to work towards the next vacation, to hope to be happy when we achieve a certain goal, but the most successful way to live a fulfilled and happy life is to have a beautiful life every day and to make everyday life beautiful. For the past few years, I was always torn between these two things of like, but let's achieve the big things, and oh, you can only find happiness in everyday life. And I don't think it's that easy, and I don't think it should be that easy. And I always thought like, no, I do want to have a great life. I do want to have extraordinary things every single day. I don't want to settle for, oh, let's just make everyday life beautiful. But I didn't realize that I'll still spend most of my time procrastinating on my university homework, doing household chores, being in these 4 walls of our apartment. And so 2020 forced me to be inside a lot more. It canceled a huge trip that I had planned. And so I think for minimalism, that means focusing on the now. I mean, that's nothing new, but also really, for me, I let myself have beautiful things. In the past, I often thought that, oh, because I live minimally and sustainably, I cannot exchange things that still work. A good example would be a laundry basket I had. It was a pink plastic laundry basket, and while it really did its job and worked well, I did not like it. I did not like how it looked. I did not like how it felt. And I certainly did not like to have that plastic piece. I actually didn't buy, we got it as a gift, and that was very kind and very great because we did not have to buy a laundry basket. But now I had that thing and I did not like it. For the longest time, I did not give myself permission to exchange it. And I still think we have to pay close attention when exchanging things. But in that case, what I did was giving away that laundry basket for free. I put it on an online marketplace and somebody came and picked it up. And I hope, since they came to my apartment and picked it up, that they will use it and don't have to buy a new laundry basket now. And what I did, I bought a wooden laundry basket for 10 euros secondhand from an old man who, himself put it on that same marketplace online. So I went with my bike and picked up my new laundry basket, and now I love it. Like every time I do laundry, I appreciate that beautiful laundry basket. You can actually see it in my laundry routine that I will link up here. I love it. It's such a simple thing. It's just exchanging a piece, and it's absolutely not necessary if you look at it from a purely practical point of view. But for me, that really changed a lot when it comes to doing laundry and just my surrounding. Instead of looking at it and always thinking like, oh, this plastic monster, I don't like it. It's now, oh, this beautiful colored, like natural wood color, nice laundry basket. Of course, we should not be attached too much to our belongings. And I think a huge lesson of minimalism is also to just let go of loving things too much. Let go of the need to like, I need to have this laundry basket with me for the rest of my life. Now, of course, if there's nothing going against that, I will have this laundry basket with me for the rest of my life, but I'm not too attached. So if I move overseas, I will not take that laundry basket with me. Even if we should not love our things, even if we shouldn't be too attached, even if we should let go emotionally of the attachment and the feelings towards our things, it is absolutely okay to appreciate them. And it has added so much value to my life to accept that I want to have a beautiful surrounding. And that sometimes means exchanging for something, buying something new, adding something to the household, even if that goes against the whole minimizing, decluttering thing. And so that is like one huge lesson that I learned from minimalism this past year, that the everyday life, the surrounding I have here in my apartment should be beautiful. Another thing that I started doing is going on walks. Now, I always wanted to move my body more. I always wanted to do this and that, and I used habit trackers. I used different methods to try to achieve these goals. But this year, I just realized that the best thing is when you actively just want to do it. And I discovered some new forests around here that I can reach by foot. And now what we really like to do as a family is going on walks several times a week, at least almost every day sometimes. And it's not that I like force myself to go on a walk. It's not that I like have a checklist where I want to tick that off. It's just purely that I like doing it. So usually if I'm inside all the time because I'm working from home because of the pandemic and because not being able to like go outside, I want to go outside. And it's great because even, of course, we are allowed to go outside, but now I have the time usually, and I really feel that I want to do it. And like that, I have been able to build this habit that really makes me happy and makes me feel like I'm doing something for myself, which is good for my mental health, for my like physical health. And just, it has shown me that building habits is sometimes really, really easy if it's something you really want to do. This time it was easy because I realized it's good for my health, I want to do it, and I have the time. So a few ideal like circumstances came together and I could build this habit of going on walks, and that actually makes my everyday life a lot better. Because what I really want to say with this is that even though I love minimalism, I have been living a minimalist life for the past 5 years and I have really enjoyed it. One thing I have always struggled with is not being happy with my life. And I always wanted to, I still want to travel a lot more, but that's not possible right at the moment. And even though I still kind of have that, it has gotten so much better because now I really realized that I have to do something with my everyday life. And actually this YouTube channel is a huge part of it because I love creating these videos. I love that the creativity of it, and I also like seeing the comments and seeing the results and seeing that this is like building an income, not where it can support me full time at the moment. And if you want to know more about finances and YouTube channels and things like that, please let me know in the comments. But it has been great having this project of this YouTube channel, going on walks, building a surrounding that I think is beautiful, just to build a life that is beautiful in its everyday things. And I have never had a morning routine. I don't think I will build one or upload a video because it's really not spectacular at all. But I have just been trying to put more effort in everyday things, to actually stop looking at my phone that much, doing more things that actually add value, purposely cooking for a longer time to cook delicious meals I've never tried before, just doing things that actually make me happy in every day. So because it's not possible to just look back on my life and think all it has been is extraordinary things, because most of the time of my life will be spent doing normal things, doing everyday things, and I really want to make it a beautiful life. And so I really tried to find that balance between everyday things and extraordinary things. Now that whole year has been very extraordinary, but not in a sense that most of us would get excited and super happy and have huge plans. And of course it's still important and it's still possible to do extraordinary things in everyday situations. For me, that has been this YouTube channel as well, because it's a huge project. It's something that's really changing. It's very much not predictable how it's going to evolve, and that has been beautiful. And that's something that I'm able to do in my everyday life that's still extraordinary. And the ordinary is beautiful as well, taking walks and things like that. And now if you want, I would be really interested in reading your comments about something that is very ordinary but still adds a lot of value to your life, and something that's maybe extraordinary that you were able to do in 2020. I would be really interested in reading your answers to that question of mine, or to just discuss that topic in the comments. And then the other topic I still want to talk about is really, I think I touched on that in my 4 lessons I learned in 4 years of minimalism as well. But I really, that minimalism word, or that minimalism topic in general, it is both very important in my life and nothing at all. So that is really something I realized by thinking more and more and more about minimalism because of this YouTube channel as well, is that it gives me a lot, thinking about my belongings, thinking about how I spend my time decluttering things and only keeping the things that are important to my life and that add value. But on the other hand, minimalism itself, I cannot really grab it. It's not possible to define it really. It's not possible to say this is minimalist and this is not. It's not possible to say you have to do it this way and that will make you happy. And so I think minimalism more and more becomes this tool, or this mindset, or this addition, or this filter, or whatever you want to call it, that just helps me become more happy and live the life that I want to have. But the minimalist life itself does not give me anything. It's really the other stuff that I want to make, where minimalism helps me filter out the things that are not important, or declutter the things that don't add value to my life, so that I have more time for the important things. And even though I've talked a lot about that, and I've touched on that in different videos, I think it's still something that is really important to me, and still something I think is missing sometimes online when we talk about minimalism. It's a lot about minimalism and decluttering, and what items to have and not to have, and how to manage your time and be productive. But in the end, for me at least, and I think for a lot of people as well, or that is at least the way I think a lot of people can benefit from minimalism, is just seeing it as something that is not something in itself, but that just helps us to focus on the things that are actually important. And for me, this is sustainability. This is my life and being happy and having a happy family. This is also social justice and finding a way to contribute in a good way to this world. It is very important to me to have a positive impact. It is very important to me to work towards a world that is not as racist, not as unjust, and just not as unfair as it is right now. And of course, some of us have a good life. Some of us think that it's very fair and that everything happens for a reason. But I want to say that there are still a lot of things that have to change, a lot of things that are not good the way they are right now. And with minimalism, I have the time and energy to actually do something about that. And that makes me really happy. And that's what I want to do in the future more and more, because I don't see enough value in just curating my life and my possessions. I actually want to do something with it, because I don't think the end goal of a happy life, or the end goal of my life as I see it at the moment, is just having a small amount of belongings. That's what I wanted to talk about today, and please let me know if you have any questions about minimalism, or if you have any topics you want to see videos on, and I hope you like this video. If you want to see more videos, I'll link you a video and a playlist right here, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye!